Today we'll be flying from London Stansted on Ryanair. Stansted Airport is one of Ryanair's largest hubs with many flights to multiple destinations across Europe. Most flights generally under 3 hours. Stansted's a moderately sized airport, of course, with a lot of space dedicated to Ryanair. Here is one of their service areas. Not too busy today. Can be a challenge though when it is a more peak period. So definitely budget some time. Just past Ryanair's second service area to the right leads you to security. Security is pretty efficient, taking about 20 minutes or so, which then of course leads you to the duty-free shops and the rest of the shops behind security. Just a warning to anyone passing through this first duty-free shop. It is heavy perfume, so a lot of sellers spraying testers and such. And if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, it will definitely give you a headache pretty quick. Once you get through the duty-free stores and the oppressive fragrances, brings you to the rest of the general shops. Typical airport shops in motion. There's a Lego store, clothing stores, super dry, and just your kind of generic airport shops. It is nice that there are a lot of departure screens throughout the airport, so it would be difficult to not pay attention to miss your flight. As for toilets, there are 2 restroom areas, although they do seem to be a bit under capacity as there is frequently lines for people needing to use stalls in both, of course, the women's and also the men's restrooms. Once you're through the shops, it does bring you to the food court and general waiting area. Again, although there is quite a bit of seating, it can often be difficult to find a space. Just again, high passenger volume. Gate information is generally shown 1 hour before the flight. Today we're heading down to gate 44. As normal with Ryanair, their gates are generally the farthest from the terminals. This particular gate does not have train service, so we will be using our feet. After down the stairway, it's going to be more and more corridors, some of which do have the moving walkways, others do not. After 2 sets of stairs and a couple corridors, you come to the terminal, Ryanair service counter. Not always staffed, though. Finding our gate here at 44, with a little bit of time to kill before boarding. While waiting, it can be interesting just to watch the other Ryanair operations and see where their flights are going, as again, there are a lot of destinations direct from London Stansted. With our priority boarding, we're able to get started heading down towards the plane where we will wait. Heading down the jetway takes you down some stairs, which takes you down to the surface level. Where we wait for about 15 to 20 minutes while the other passengers are checked in. Then we're ready to follow one of the agents out to the aircraft. Boarding the plane, we're going to find our seat here in 3C. Reasonably comfortable seat for a short flight, some padding. A little bit of space, not much though. Tray, but there's no seat back pockets. Safety instructions. This aircraft is relatively clean. I've been on worse. Although the footwell's fairly small, pretty tight. And again, space, not so much. Waiting for the flight. Nice view into the cockpit. Even though this flight's only about an hour, they do offer food and beverage for sale for the flight. Overall, our flight today on Ryanair was pleasant, got there safely on time. Again, though, with Ryanair, although they are low cost, usually the fees do add up. Our £20 base fare quickly increased as we added a few luxuries, bringing us to £178 for 2 passengers. Again, this was for a 1-hour flight, but overall would do it again and would recommend.